Good morning. We're here on ITM Proteus once again, looking at the Euro USD M1 chart and attempting to gain 5-minute trades here. A low probability associated with the next trade, which is projected by ITM Proteus as a 5-minute low. We are going to avoid this trade. This last trade here is just completed execution and expired in the money. So what we're going to do from here on is, since the probability is low, for this next move, we're going to avoid it. Secondly, it's an hourly start, so we're going to avoid it for that reason too. All right, we're back here just a few minutes later at 11:04. We're looking at Proteus suggesting a high move with a high probability coming up next, with just under a minute remaining, excuse me. So we are going to shoot for a 5-minute Euro USD to the long side in the form of a high trade with a $1,000 investment. And we've just passed 11:05. 5 to 10 seconds either way is comfortable, so you can execute trades in that duration. So we're now in. We'll come back to you shortly. All right, we're back with roughly 36 seconds remaining on this Euro USD high trade taken on the 5-minute time frame using ITM Proteus. The suggestion by ITM Proteus was to go long, since the next likely move had a high probability of being a high move. We took the trade based on that premise. The additional confluence metrics on the left-hand side also agreed with that leading indicator signal from ITM Proteus, and we engaged in the trade, and the trade has now comfortably stayed in the money and is due to expire here shortly. The strategy, the most appropriate way to use ITM Proteus is to take a trade on the 5-minute time frame. If you're trading 5 minutes, that is. The most appropriate way to engage in 5-minute trading is to take a trade based on the following rules. Never start a trade if it's the start of the hour or if it's 30 minutes in. So for instance, if the hour is 1400 GMT, do not take a trade at 1400 and do not take a trade at 1430. When you do take a trade, the moment a trade expires, you wait one whole 5-minute interval for the next trade you want to take. Okay, so we waited one whole 5-minute interval. It's currently 4 minutes in, and we're a few seconds away from our next valid 5-minute interval to take another trade. Let's see what Proteus is saying. We're looking at a medium probability trade that is projected by Proteus to be a high move, meaning we're going to be executing a 5-minute high on the Euro USD with, again, a $1,000 fixed investment. There are 3 categories of probabilities: low, medium, and high. If you're an aggressive trader, you can trade all 3. If you're more moderate to conservative, medium and high are trade probabilities you should focus on. So we're now into the trade, and we'll come back to you just before expiry here very soon. All right, we're back with roughly 32 odd seconds remaining on this Euro USD 5-minute trade. The trade went into the money almost immediately after being executed, with the exception of maybe a blip, a few seconds worth of staying outside of the money there. Obviously has gone exceptionally well. So this trade will most likely expire in the next few seconds in the money, and the next trade setup available to us is also a high trade with a high probability of success. In keeping with the 5-minute delay, what we're going to do is follow the rule, which is once you've taken a trade and it's expired, you wait the next 5-minute interval before engaging in another trade. This is to allow Proteus to either continue the same analysis or for some new event to take place that's already taken place on the time frame that Proteus may want to calibrate to and possibly change the direction it's currently showing you. So waiting that next 5-minute interval is always advised. So what we're going to do now is wait for another 4 minutes and come back just before 11:25. All right, it is currently 11:24:25, just a few seconds before 11:25, our next valid 5-minute interval to be placing a trade on. So we're now looking at ITM Proteus, which is suggesting further high movement here with a high probability. So what we're going to do is go back to the platform once again and select Euro USD high on the 5-minute time frame with, again, the same fixed $1,000 investment. We're just a few seconds away, so we're going to wait till about 55 and then place the trade. Definitely looking high with a high probability. So the moment we hit 55, we'll click this button here, and we have done so, and we should be in the trade here shortly. We are. So what we're going to do now is come back to you just before expiry. All right, we're back with roughly 42 odd seconds remaining on this Euro USD 5 minute trade, the fourth in a row. The first trade wasn't recorded in real time. It was just another Proteus trade that was taken, and we started recording the session shortly after. So the first one was missed. Apologies for that. But we have four trades in this half an hour that we've been trading so far with ITM Proteus, with a very fortunate event that all four have been winners. Proteus is astoundingly good in its consistency, so this is not a surprise. But normally, 100% win rate is a rare event. You're most likely to see between 75 to 85, 86% consistent win rates most of the time, which is a very good statistic to have on your side when you're trading in a time-sensitive environment like binary options. So this trade has now expired in the money as well, the fourth in a row, making this four consecutive wins with $700 worth of profit each. The total profit there would be 700 times four, so that'd be $2,800 profit on four trades here. The ITM Proteus trading engine makes huge leaps worth of advancements over ITM Genesis Elite in terms of multiple things, ease of use, and the breadth of information that you're offered inside Proteus. Plus, the analysis paralysis factor has been worked on throughout its development, where we've tried to exclude as much tedious effort from analyzing Proteus's results versus, say, Genesis Elite earlier on in the year. So what you're looking at is Proteus giving you very clear-cut, concise instructions. You have a large blue arrow pointing in the projected direction. You also have a probability factor that's much easier to read as compared to, say, numeric probabilities of 67, 62, 78, 79. Gets a bit tedious when you're in the zone, you're trading, you're on the market. So the way we've designed Proteus plus the algorithm is a leading indicator itself, so it tells you what is most likely to happen in the future on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side where you see the additional confluence metrics are standard MetaTrader 4 indicators that we've presented to you in a much more readable, easier to visualize format, as opposed to lots of different averages and curves crossing over each other, different variables, different histograms that MetaTrader presents. So by looking at this chart in one go, a trader is capable of immediately knowing what their next move is. You take one look at the chart, you see a blue arrow on the right-hand side pointing to the high move that's coming up next. You immediately look above that and you see the probability indicator. If you're a moderate to conservative trader, you look at moderate to conservative probabilities of medium and high. If you're an aggressive trader, you look at low, medium, and high, and you don't really care about the probability in that respect. So the way the chart structures itself in front of you, it allows you to save more time, both in analysis as well as reaction. Because in binary options, timing is fairly critical. In fact, it is a lot more important than a lot of things in trading in a time-sensitive environment like binary options. So Proteus not only is a leading indicator, it also offers you the additional confluence metrics, which are standard lagging indicators. So you have a very concise, very thorough picture of the market that is available to you in one quick look the moment you take a look at the chart, whatever the asset may be. It may be a forex pair, a stock, futures, indices, commodities, whatever the case may be. Proteus not only gives you a powerful interface to work with powerful data, powerful analysis, all done for you and presented to you in a very easy to consume way. Thank you very much.